Hi, I'm Tom Covenant, and today we are going to be looking at Legios. If you didn't know, I do stream on Twitch, and you can find a link here. And you can also get me on Twitter here. So without further ado, I am your chilled Slayer guide, so let's go to the video. Main thing to note with Legios is they are weak to range, so you're going to want to put your best in-slot range gear on. I am going with Serenic, along with the Seren God Bow. I'm going to be taking Pernix boots for additional DPS outputs. I'm going to wear my Luck of the Dwarves ring. I'm going to use an enhanced Amulet of Souls. I'm going to take my comp cape. But any 99 cape will also do, but you just generally want to go with something that's strongest in slot. I'm also going to be taking an enhanced Excalibur, the keys of the Legio that I'm going to be attacking, and I'm going to be packing a Steel Titan. Also, you're going to want to bring overloads if you can, super restores for prayer. And then we're going to head over to the dungeon, which is found via the Lodestone network at Ulog. But if you do have access to the max portal, you can just go through the gate, and then you will land at one of the 6 entrances, depending on which key you have the majority of in your inventory. Max port is pretty straightforward. I have 5 Primus keys, and it will take me straight to the Primus door. If you don't have that, go to Ulog. I wish this animation was quicker. Once at Ulog though, you'll run kind of northwest down the steps, and then you will follow the dungeon around to the southwest before looping back on yourself up through the dungeon here, still carrying on a northwesterly direction until you reach the door for Primus. You'll want to make sure you're selecting Mage, Protect from Mage, and your strongest offense range prayer. In this case, I do have 99, but anything that will give you additional range boost, do take. Once inside, make sure that you've got your Steel Titan equipped with 100 scrolls. Sip a boost, and then start the attack. Now, the thing to note with this attack is that you're going to want to work from Primus's point of view in a kind of a square or a diamond shape around him. Attack on each point before running to the next point. You want to keep moving with all Legios, but Primus and Secundus are generally the easiest, so we're just going to be taking this route around them, and you'll see it takes around about 30 to 40 seconds to actually get these down. Now what you can do towards the end of the fight, you can actually hit Devotion, and you'll be able to stand right next to the Legio in order to finish them off without actually coming under any damage from their electric attack, as I've just done there. The thing is with all Legios, the further away you are from them, the less damage you actually inflict. So you need to be as close as possible to hit big DPS. The problem with that is that if the closer you are, the more in striking distance you will be to their electric attacks, which can completely destroy you. And what we're looking for, as I've got one here, is the Primus Sigil. You'll want a sigil from all 6 of the Legios in order to be able to make an Ascension crossbow. Now, I would say the optimal number of keys that you can take in any one trip is about 5, giving yourself enough food in your inventory in case you come under a sticky fight and trust me, they will happen. But generally, as long as you're moving in a diamond or square fashion around the Legio, you'll be able to bring them down quite easily. Now let's have a look at Secundus. Now Secundus is actually found from the middle path from the entrance. If you're having to walk there, you cross over this broken bridge and run in a northerly direction, where you will find both Secundus and the Tertius laboratories. Now Secundus is just as simple as Primus in the fact that you are just going to operate around the outside in a diamond formation, hitting on each point. So you'll probably want to also ensure that you can actually set up some hotkeys and just hit each attack as and when you reach the point of where you're running. Now we've finished with Secundus, let's go and have a look at Legio Tertius. Again, same direction. If you don't have max portal, take the northern path, go across the broken bridge, and then you'll find Tertius's laboratory right ahead of you. Now Tertius is a more complicated and technical fight, and I have broken this down for you. On entering, you'll want to ensure you don't have any kind of splash attacks on your attack bar. You're just going to want to make sure you've got purely non-AoE attacks here. As you are fighting Tertius, he will start to bring out Gladiatus, Roraris, and also Cyprianus throughout the fight. Once Cyprianus comes in, and I will zoom in here, you'll want to select Cyprianus to ensure that you can get her down very, very quickly. And what I do is I apply a snapshot, kill her immediately, and then I reacquire Legio Tertius. Once you've done that, you'll be able to finish the fight. If you do actually start to attack everything that he spawns, you'll get stunned, you'll get killed, quick time. Apart from that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. You just have to remember on who you're attacking. Now we're going to go over to the far right hand side of this dungeon. On the eastern side, you will actually find the last remaining 3 Legio bosses, and we're going to start with Quartus. Now Quartus is not too problematic a fight, but he does have a special which can be sometimes a little frustrating, as you will see with this particular kill. Once you've potted up, you'll go in, you'll pray as normal, and then you can start your attack as normal, taking the diamond formation around the outside of the Legio. Once he hits 75% health, 50% health and 25% health, he will teleport you to his side, breaking your attack and momentarily stunning you, which can be quite frustrating, as he has there. And then all of a sudden you're bombarded with a couple of his lightning strikes. The problem is once you've been hit by a couple of strikes, you need to make sure that you've eaten up before you can really start to engage, just in case you get dragged in again, and then it will be an instant death. But as long as you can avoid too many stuns you should be good. Now across the hallway, we have Quintus. Quintus, I think, can be sometimes the most frustrating of all the Legios to fight, just simply for the fact that you are left with a minimal amount of space in which to fight. So on entry, you're going to want to stick to the top half of this dungeon, because he will put a beam of light right across, as you can see there. Every time you cross that beam of light, you will inflict quite substantial damage. Once you've got that initial line in place, I start to run from sort of the door to the opposite wall, because he will then spawn another line, and if you got that too close to the middle, you'll find yourself with too small a space. And then likewise, the third line, when he gets to about 25% health, will spawn and reducing your play area significantly. At this point, probably put a devotion in, get as close as you possibly can, and then just hit him with a snapshot and he's down. Completing the set, we have Legio Sextus. Now this boss is a little bit like Primus, but on steroids. Multiple electric blasts, so what you're going to want to do is operate around the outside in quite a wide path in an octagonal shape. The issue with the fact that he does so many attacks, it finds very hard to actually get in close to finish him off quickly. But as long as you follow this pattern slowly around the outside, you should get him down without any trouble. And that is the set. Hopefully this video has been really helpful and will get you down to the Legios sometime soon and making yourself an Ascension bow. Until next time, this is Tom Covenant out.